Today, parking difficulties on campus, renovations at the library, and scientists at UNF and JU working on a special project. That's all coming up right here on Spinnaker News. Hello Ospreys, I'm Taylor Johnson and you're watching Spinnaker News on Spinnaker Television. Chances are you've noticed that parking at UNF has been a hassle for the last week. George Andrew, the Director of Business and Parking Services, said parking issues are typical during Ad Drop Week. However, it's been even worse this fall due to construction on the new parking garage. This construction has removed about 180 parking spaces. The new 4-story parking garage will be complete in time for spring and will create 550 parking spaces. Andrew said the first 2 floors will be for Housing A, the 4th floor will be used for blue spaces, and he is still unsure what the 3rd floor will be used for. The Thomas G. Carpenter Library will soon experience some renovation. The Library Learning Commons is a student government initiative which aims to create a student-centered learning community. It will be located on the first 2 floors of the library. It will also feature new furniture, more computers, and more study rooms. SG will use the $2 million UNF received from the Board of Governors during the last fiscal year to pay for the expenses. Student Body President Joseph Turner sat down with the Spinnaker to talk a little more in depth about the Library Learning Commons.
So the Library Learning Commons is an idea kind of started by folks in the university to create a student-centric learning community with a lot of collaborative spaces and a big just renovation to the library.
The project's completion date is set at January 30th of 2015. Scientists from UNF and JU have been working together on monitoring the St. Johns River. They collaborate to form an annual State of the River report. Dr. Radha Piazzi, director of the UNF Environmental Center, talked more about this report.
The State of the Lower St. Johns River Basin report is a collaboration between UNF and Jacksonville University. We've been writing this annual report on the state of the Lower St. Johns River Basin since 2008. It is funded by the Environmental Protection Board of the City of Jacksonville. We also have a collaborator at Valdosta State University. So every year we write this report in which we, take an ongoing snapshot of the health of the river, the lower basin of the river, in 4 critical areas: water quality, fisheries, aquatic life, and contaminants.
While no UNF students are involved in the report this year, many have worked on it in the past. All right, Ospreys, it's time to check out what's going on with our weather. Let's toss it to Alex Krotz.
Good morning, Ospreys. I hope you're having a great second week back on campus. I'm Alex Krotz here with today's Spinnaker weather report. It seems like today is going to be a rainy one. As you can currently see, it's sunny with a high of 91 degrees. Later on, we're looking at southeast winds from 10 to 15 miles per hour with a 50% chance of rain. So you might want to consider packing a small umbrella. And girls, you're probably going to want to ditch the dresses today. Now let's take a look at your 3-day forecast.
Thanks, Alex. Now let's check out our sports. Let's toss it to Brandon Thigpen.
Hey there, Ospreys. I'm Brandon Thigpen here with your Spinnaker Sports Report. The UNF volleyball team lost all 3 matches at the Duke Invitational over the weekend. The team lost the first match 3-0 to host Duke. The second match was a 3-1 loss to Furman, and in the final match, the Ospreys fell to High Point 3-0. There was, however, one positive at the tournament, as Morgan Van Alstyne made the all-tournament team. Well, that's it for sports today. Taylor, back to you.
Thanks, Brandon. Well, that's all the time we have for you today on Spinnaker News. But for more on the stories reported today and other stories, you can check out unfspinnaker.com. You can also like the Spinnaker on Facebook at facebook.com/UNFSpinnaker, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at UNFSpinnaker. For Alex Krotz and Brandon Thigpen, I'm Taylor Johnson. Have a great day, Ospreys.